Therapy Services. How is everyone doing today? It's Monday. It's been a rainy Monday. Clouds everywhere. It's torrential downpour, which is always, something that slows everyone down, makes it really hard for them to get out and go about doing what it is that they need to do. So I hope you guys are all safe today and, driving carefully. And still, I think the weather is going to be like this all day, so still have a whole half the day left. Just wanted to see how your weekend was. I was hanging out with some friends and had play dates for my kids, and we were in Dave & Buster's and walking around Dolphin Mall. That place gets so crazy packed sometimes. But I don't know, it's kind of like I guess, if you are shopping for a specific car, you'll start to notice that car all over the place, right? So since I deal with arm and hand injuries all the time, it's one of those things that I notice all the time, everywhere I go, no matter where I go. So my friend has his my friend had her kid's birthday this weekend, and it was at Dolphin Mall. Went to Dave & Buster's, and unfortunately, her son hurt his arm and has a big cast from like here all the way up to his elbow. He's 5 years old, so cute with this big old cast. And the great things with kids is they can break something, you set it, and so many times they don't need a ton of therapy. They probably just need some tips that the parents can do, just make sure the kid's moving, getting active again. But most of the time, kids that break stuff, they're so durable and flexible. They can get through anything, almost anything, without trouble. And I was walking around Dolphin Mall because we needed to go exchange some Crocs for my daughter, and since we were there, I said, let me go do it now, otherwise I'll never get it done and she won't have Crocs. Her Crocs are like breaking through. So I'm walking there and I saw this woman. She had she obviously had surgery because she had that post-op wrapping. It's really thick, and then it's got the ace bandage on top, and it's like wrapped from here to here, and her fingers, you could see, were like thick sausages. They were huge, really swollen. You could see it's bruised, and poor thing, she was just walking around Dolphin Mall like, with her arm hanging around her. If you guys have ever been to Dolphin Mall, you know how crazy that place is on the weekends. So she's just walking, and she sort of didn't know where to put her arms, and there's so many people going past her. I was like worried that, someone's gonna bump into her hand and hit it by accident. And then I saw her, grabbing her hand like this, and it just made me think that from all the different patients that I have that have hand injuries, they always ask me, what position do I put it in? How do I go out and about? And though I really don't love slings, I think that they're great for when you go out and about outside and you want people to notice that you have an injury and not to hit into you. So it's really important, if you have a hand injury, just that if you're out and about, not inside the house per se, if you're out and about, just go ahead and wear a sling, and you can tighten it up. I mean, it's not that it needs to hold your arm, but it just needs to tell everyone around you not to hit into your arm because you have an injury. And the other thing you could do is position it so the very end of it, your elbow sits all the way in, and you can put the strap so that your hand is just slightly elevated. Hand is a little bit higher than the elbow to make sure that it doesn't get more swollen. And the most important thing is, like, when you're out and about, that it's protected, so that people don't run into you. So I wish that I was able to stop and help her somehow. I felt so bad for her, but it was a busy place, and it's not always good to just interject your advice everywhere. We put it on our website, we post it in our blogs, different ways to help people. So if you have questions, or you have injuries or surgeries of your hand, arm, and you have questions about it, please feel free to leave me a comment below. You can check out our website, Hands-On Therapy Services. to ask us questions. But I'm trying to make more of this information readily available to you so that anyone can have access to it. It should be really easy. And I know that when you have surgery, a lot of people tell you stuff right away, but who remembers right after they've been drugged and had surgery? So it's definitely difficult to remember, but there's a lot of information. I just want to make sure that you're getting the information that you need. So if you have questions about your injury, you're not sure what to do, you're not sure how to position yourself, leave me a comment. I'd be more than happy to help you, give you some tips, advice. We have a free hand pain report. If you want it, just also leave me a comment and definitely make sure I reach out to you so that you can have it, and should hopefully answer a lot of your questions. So outside of that, we definitely see a lot of hand injuries, but what we also see in Florida, hey Christy, what we also see in Florida a lot, or Miami, is a lot of different types of fruit. So you know I'm like fruit crazy, it's summertime. We did mangoes, we did jackfruit, and today I was so excited one of my patients brought me a Rumbleton. Have you guys ever seen this? I'm going to do it up close. Have you ever seen these? They're like, they kind of look like lychees, but they're a little hairy. And the way you eat them, and so it's called Rumbleton in English. It's called Jum Jum in Vietnamese. So the name I know. And then the Hispanics and the Latinas, she says that they're Mamacillo Chinos, but there's like 3 Mamacillo Chinos. I mean, honestly, the lychees, the Logans, and these. But all you have to do is you got to get your nail. You can use a knife to cut it, but the easiest way I find is you can stick your nail in there, and then I just take it and I crack it open. And then it has a little fruit inside. And all you have to do is take it out. Ta-da! And then you can, take a bite. And on the inside, there's a seed. Don't eat the seed. Seed's a little soft compared to like the lychees and the Logans, but it's equally delicious. And I think you can find them all over Miami right now. I know that some places there's like fruit stands all over the place and you can find them, but these are called Rumbleton, just in case anyone has ever seen or, you know, curious about tropical fruits. All right, so those are my tips and conversation for today. Thanks for joining me, and if you have any questions, definitely leave me a comment below. I'll talk to you tomorrow. Thanks. Bye.